This is unfortunately a question that I have pondered relatively often. Does Rutabaga dislike the way that Jacob smells? Because as we know, in Twilight, vampires and werewolves smell bad to each other. So we do know that the answer is no. Again, unfortunately, regret to inform if you haven't heard this before, but Retaliation thinks Jacob smells appetizing. Now, there's a lot to unpack with that because she is half vampire, and you would think that likely she wouldn't like the way that Jacob smells and vice versa. And you would also think that Jacob wouldn't be able to imprint on root beer, but alas, I actually think there's more to what Stephanie was planning there. But first of all, we know that she thinks Jacob smells appetizing because in Breaking Dawn, it's #1 commented on, like, Rangoon adores Jacob, right? And Edward's like, oh, it's just because he smells better than the rest of us. And we also know that she literally bites Jacob when she doesn't get her little sippy cup bottle of blood fast enough. Because remember, Retinoid can survive on human food. Hybrids can. She just doesn't like it. And she also doesn't prefer the animal blood. So they just indulge her with like blood bags and stuff. And then Jacob is the closest thing to that because remember, the only other people that handle her, they don't have any blood. Jacob does, so he gets stuck being her Capri Sun in addition to her unpaid, unwilling servant, right? All that to say, no, he does not smell unpleasant to her. Now, on the other side, does she smell unpleasant to Jacob? I would say it just doesn't matter. You don't know. It's never mentioned. Like, you could argue she's not entirely vampire, right? So she has like more of a human smell, but even the other vampires, Bella tells us, right? Like, she does have that human blood smell, right? So she does have that kind of appetizing appeal to vampires, but she also has that really sweet, addictive smell. So she has the vampire smell, which should repulse Jacob, but he is so brainwashed that it really doesn't matter. That imprinting brainwashing is going to override all of that. And I would say, like I always said, do you think that Stephanie intended for the Jacob and Roadrunner imprint to be about reproduction because imprinting in general is implied to be about reproduction? And I think that she intends for them to reproduce and create these like vampire werewolf hybrid children that can like resist venom, and that's like how they would take down the Volturi, or part of it, or part of what would involve them with the Volturi. But the nice thing is, I do think it's very possible now that she never even publishes those books, so we might never have to read them. Like, it could be years and years off because, you know, I really thought they were coming this year, but she confirmed at Forever Twilight and Forks that she's not working on them right now. She's doing the Midnight Sun animated series and she's working on some sci-fi books, so we don't really have to worry about that for now, at least. But all that to say, I think that the reproductive theme that I was talking about could very well be related to the whole scent thing, because scent is very integral to Twilight lore, actually, and if the whole thing is about reproduction, it makes sense that they wouldn't smell bad to each other. So, very, very cursed, however you slice it. But yeah, I hope that answered the question.